Hello, all of you lovely people out there. I hope you're staying at home, you're staying safe and staying fit. Now, first of all, I would like to thank you for watching this video. I have also posted two videos before this one. One is 3 steps to boost your immunity, and the other one is a tribute to the health workers on the day of the World Health Day. You know, I had a realization today. But before I share with you my realization, I want to really thank all of you for loving me. It's because last night I saw this video of mine which I posted earlier. And bam! I did not like my face at all. It was such a boring, such a serious face. But you still liked those videos because probably you did not like those videos. You liked them because you love me. Thank you. So now this realization that I had this morning was that I am boring. You know, COVID-19 has done some good things also to some people in the form of, realizations while they have been staying at home. So my realization is this. In fact, it has been a series of realization. Now in the series of realization, when I realized that I'm such a boring guy, that I'm such a boring, non-humorous log, then came another realization. So how do I change that? Now when I realize that I'm so boring, I wanted to change it. So how to build humor? And then I did a very courageous thing. I went to my younger daughter and asked, how can I build humor into my vlogs? And she said, it's simple. You share some jokes. And I was like, yes, very good, thank you. Then I had a cup of tea, started to think, and oh my God, another realization. I don't know how to say a joke, or I haven't been saying jokes at all, not exposed to. So I went again to her, can you please tell me some jokes? And she was like, her look. Oh my God. I realized nothing can happen. So I came back. I had another tea. So now in the series of the realization, after having realized that I'm such a boring log, there comes another realization that I don't know how to be not so boring. But I wanted to change it. And here comes the most difficult part. Change. So, but, before, I have realized that before we come to the part on how to change, we need to come to the part why to change. If the purpose of this change or of any change is not clear here, change won't happen. So to bring an overt change in your physical, in your behavior, you need to change here first. Yeah? You remember in the 3 steps to boost your immunity? So one of the steps to boost your immunity is to take care of your mental health. So that means how effectively and efficiently are you able to bring in thoughts pertaining to change, and how strong is your reason to bring about any change in life, in your behavior. So for me, the purpose to bring about this change is because I started hating myself. There have been realizations to many of you as well. A lot of you have now, learned how to cook. A lot of you have now learned how to wash your clothes. A lot of you have learned how to do the dishes. The regular brooming and mopping off the floor as well. So this lockdown has brought in so many benefits to our lives. So when I was thinking of the reasons to change and when I was about to quit that I cannot change from a boring to a non-boring person. And then, something good happened. Sometimes this thing happens to you, that a flash will come and it'll go and it'll make you think something. So while I was planning to quit, lying down, and this flash comes in. Do you remember that? Yellow cover, small book, not very big book, a small, like this size book. Yeah? Do you remember that? Who moved my cheese? So the cover page of that book flashes in front of my eyes, and then I said, change is inevitable. Change is the only constant. Yeah, so those ideas, they started coming to my mind. And then I said, okay, let me attempt to be humorous. First attempt at humor. I do not intend to offend anyone. And if it happens, if at all it happens, it will be completely non-deliberate, non-intentional. Yeah. Towards any profession, the views are purely mine. My views do not represent any occupation, any profession, any any group, any religion, nothing. So how change happens? All these 28 years of my life, 28, yes, because I have deducted the teenage years from this calculation. So all these 28 years of my life, nobody told me that you are such a boring log. And why 28? Because I cannot take away the credit higher education and jobs have given. So the eligibility criteria to become successful is you need to be serious. When will you be serious in your studies? This is your board exams. After this, you have to go into a professional course. So you go into a professional course. When will you be serious? The semester exams are there. So to drive in more seriousness into the brains, our institutions, I'm not making a fun of them, but I am, they shouldn't be offended. So to drive in more seriousness into our hard drives, our programs were designed in semesters. So let the hard drive not rest at all. Now, forget semesters. When I did my MBA, one step further, trimesters. Now, the hard drive is not getting any chance to be nothing but serious. When will you be serious? Be serious, be serious, be serious. If you don't be serious, you will not clear your exams. If you do not be serious, you will flunk your exam. If you do not be serious, you will not be able to get your degree. If you are not serious, you will not be able to complete your degree. You will not get your degree certificate. Blah 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 blah. Serious, 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 serious. So here I am. No wonder my last two videos, the credit can be, part of the credit can also be given to our education system, wherein, the hard drives are designed to be serious. But our education system is also evolving, They have developed a course now called liberal arts. One of my friend, he was asking me, so what is your daughter planning to do after her class 12? I said, she'll do liberal arts. He said, but what is she going to study? I said, she is going to study liberal arts. And when I explained him further, he said, oh, they've made a program for the confused as well. Actually, they should include a subject in class 12. How to explain to people what does liberal art course mean and why to do it. Actually, they should build a subject called how to speak to others, how to make meaningful conversations, how to have dialogue with your husbands. For this, they should actually develop an entire degree program. Because, and I think they also need to add a subject, or maybe compulsory, core subject. What does your wife mean to say when she says nothing? Yeah? Don't you think? So now you have 8 semesters of engineering with you, of seriousness, and you have 12 trimesters of MBA of seriousness with you. What do? Now I want to appeal to our educational authorities that if you really want to build that much pressure, please include a foundation course on how to handle pressure. I think that is very, very important, that our students, they understand how to deal with pressure. So now you have 8 semesters of engineering of seriousness built into the hard drive, and 6 trimesters of MBA built into this hard drive. And then comes the next part. Institutions have this thing called the placement cell. I don't know why they call it a cell. They could have called it anything, but placement cell, like. So now you've cleared your exam, and it is the time when the companies will come for campus recruitment, and all these 8 plus 6 semesters, 14 semesters, which is like 6 years of your lives, multiply it with minutes, and you'll get to know you have been serious. And now be serious. Your next job interview. If you don't be serious, you will not get a chance to sit in the interviews. So now you have to kind of go to the placement cell in charge. You need to be really pally with the placement cell in charge, okay? If you want to be interviewed amongst the first for the campus recruitment. Yep. So now you go to the placement cell in charge, and since you've been pally with her, you get an advice, tips on clearing the interview. So the first advice, okay. You remember that, right? The first advice, smile. Smile. After 6 goddamn years of seriousness built onto the hard drive, now you are saying smile. Whereas if you were smiling in the class, the teacher would always make you stand up. Why are you smiling? What is wrong with you? It's like we've been programmed in a fashion that if I smile, the teacher will feel that there's something I'm up to, and I'm not supposed to smile. Oh God. So now this placement in charge of yours will tell to smile while you're in the interview. You said, okay. Because you've been very serious to get this job, you do as required. So you're sitting before the interview panel, with all the greetings and other things. Do you know what is the question, the first question they ask in any interview? Tell us about yourself. But before this question, there are certain grounds which are formed before the actual interview happens. Now what is the first ground? I hope you're comfortable. 6 years of seriousness built into the hard disk, and now you're smiling, or you're pretending to smile actually, is what is making the interviewer ask you, are you comfortable? So, you're not comfortable, but you cannot say that, can you? So you say, yeah, yes, thank you. So you're made comfortable before the interview. You know why? Because the interview also has gone through that, okay? He was also sitting in your chair one day. So now with the interview tips and having pretended to smile in the interview, you finally land up your job. Yeah, congratulations. So now begins a new phase of life and you think that you will be able to do all that you wanted to do. Yeah, and you said, okay, now I am happy. Yes. So you join the organization, you are made to attend an induction program wherein you meet your supervisors, your line managers. If you're lucky, the CEO also could come down and talk to you, which is basically a monologue. Only the CEO speaks. Yeah. So and you have to listen. and you're not. And you're still comfortable because you're used to that kind of culture where the teacher speaks and you're supposed to only learn. And trainers are one of the most happiest people in any organization, is what I believe. And for that matter, if some employee has to be, given a dose of happiness, they're sent to the trainer. I'm yet to see a trainer being a CEO. If a trainer can actually transform the performance of a not so well performing employee, I guess the trainers, all CEOs should be, trainers. Do you know why the trainers are able to make that transformation that they do? Because they know one thing, that people give their best when they feel good about themselves. People perform their best when they feel good about themselves. So this is what the trainers know, and this is what the secret which the trainers don't share. I just let the cat come out of the bag. Then for the last 8 years, I've been a lawyer. And lawyers are supposed to be serious, aren't they? So if a lawyer is not having a serious look, he is not considered a good lawyer at all. Just imagine what has been happening to me. I believe that lawyers are the most practical people on this planet. I think that they could be the most intelligent and most practical people in the entire cosmos. So now one more thing that has happened due to the lockdown because of the COVID-19 pandemic is that all those people who used to think that they have a PhD in maturity, the ones who were not active at all on various social media, Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp, and stuff like that, Instagram. So all those people who thought they have a PhD in maturity, now they have also become active. It's so good to see them. And I'm sure you would have joined some group of your college or some group you would have definitely joined. And I'm sure you are getting the most happiness when you are with your classmates, in a group which has your classmates. One more interesting thing is happening. In almost all the groups, you will find that there is a quiz master. You always have that person who is sending you quizzes, puzzles, and so to make it more engaging. Yeah. Have you seen any group in which the quiz master is not a girl? And in all the groups, this quiz master or this puzzle master always will be a girl. You know why? Because if it is a boy, no one is responding. So the group admins, they're very intelligent, On the sidelines, apart from the group, on the sidelines, private messaging, they will always be chatting to encourage the quiz master or the puzzle master to ask more and more. And there will always be one member in the group, right, who is always impressing the quiz master. So I also joined a group of my engineering classmates, and as usual, so there's a quiz master, and there's a competition between the boys who's going to answer first. So there was this quiz, or there was this puzzle posted, all of you know, right? Okay, that there are twigs. Yeah, twig plus twig plus twig is equal to 9, and then there's a caterpillar plus caterpillar is equal to 15, and apple plus apple is equal to 30. So one apple, one caterpillar, and one twig is equal to how much? Now the engineers, they're already thinking in numbers, and the management, the MBAs also are thinking in numbers, and people have started giving their replies. And I am thinking, how did the caterpillar get inside the apple? This is how the lawyers think. But you know why conditioned like that? We don't use our brains unless paid. So I think now I'm getting uncomfortably humorous, trying to be funny. But I have not intended to hurt anyone or to offend anyone. And I guess it is always better to be uncomfortably humorous than to be comfortably serious. Yeah, you can clap. Okay. I would like to thank you for watching this video till the end. You can always leave your thoughts in the comments section. I would try and reply to each and every comment. So if you like this video, you can always press like. And if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please do so, and do not forget to press the bell icon for the notifications. Whenever I post a new video, you will always be notified. So lovely people, so much for today. Thank you so much. Stay home, stay safe, and stay fit till we meet again.